the only American playing in Europe right now, together with John Curry, goaltender.
Well, Niederreiter did take a hit to his knee in the last game as well. A knee to the face around the zygomatic arch or on the cheekbone. We're coming up to the opening face-off. USA in white, Switzerland in red.
So it's Stastny and Romy, third and fourth face-off men in the whole tournament, getting in charge of the first drop. Ruteman trying to put the puck ahead of Jack Johnson. Again, Ruteman facing the puck.
The Americans, of course, coming off that smoking win against Finland, 5-0. That'll get them stoked, obviously, getting them ready to go into the playoff round. Big hit right in the corner on the Swiss player.
And we had a taste of a physical approach to the game. Not all the games today have been that physical. Register 8 hits game so far. Let's have a last close look to numbers. Face-off leaders: Marius Holte, Norway; Carl Jankock, Sweden. At the third place we find Paul Stastny and Kevin Romy with a face-off percentage of 63.96 for Stastny, 63.54, which means a lot for Kevin Romy, number 88 of Switzerland. But now it's time to go close to the play-by-play. Puck mid-ice. Crab and Smith and Dennis Hollerstein on the 4 players of Cloton Flyers. Alex Goligoski waiting for the puck to emerge. Who's digging harder and better there? American player. So a good puck putting center, very close. How far was it? Roman Vick, sorry, coming quick to try to tap it in, and time for Justin Falk to go for the safe option. Send the puck deep into the corner and go for changing the flight.
And there we see Captain Straight of Switzerland, excuse me, dumping the puck in.
Don't miss that, please. Don't miss that, please.
And there we see Bieber, number 48, of Switzerland, out on the ice. And of course, Switzerland so far in these first early minutes keeping a very good pace on the Americans.
The shifts are coming shorter deep into the tournament, and the average is about 25 to 30 seconds, right?
Well, yeah, what you want to do is, first of all, get all your players out there, get them 1 or 2 touches on the puck, get rid of the pre-game nerves. 2, the shifts are going to be shorter, as we've been saying, because it's a long, grinding tournament. Lots of back-to-back games. All the teams are looking forward to the break tomorrow.
Relentless work by Captain Matthias Seger, captain of Zurich Lions, first champions of NLA in Switzerland. Again, a battle along the board. Good work by Yossi and Felicien Dubois, lining up for the first unit today, the 2 exchange.
Roman Yossi, number 90 for Switzerland, obviously adding a lot to when he came from his NHL team, the Nashville Predators. Since Switzerland did lose Moser earlier on in the tournament, which took a bit of their offensive oomph, let's say, out of the combination between Moser and Brunner.
And Sean Simpson had to give up any hope to have Julien Vauclair last year, probably one of the best offensive defensemen for Switzerland. And we have to remember he scored an overtime goal which saved Switzerland versus France, one of the opening games, if I'm not wrong. We were both together commenting there.
And there we see number 96, Marian Brunner. He's out there. He had an absolutely fabulous game in their loss against France, netting himself a couple of goals.
As much as he had a great season with Zug in NLA. So it's time for Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson leaving it quickly to Nye Thompson. Puck sent back to the neutral zone. Again, Johnson.
Jack Johnson, number 3, he's the captain for the American. He is a real workhorse. He's been pulling a huge number of minutes in all the games in the tournament here. Just about a giveaway to the Americans in front of the Swiss net, but the first Swiss bring it up in the mid-ice area, dump it down in Wick. Wick comes down, having a look to see if he can't get that puck out there and create some sort of scoring opportunity for the Swiss team. He does keep the possession, gets it back to the blue line, but they dump it right back in. Monet, number 25.
Thibaut Monet, very good forward and face-off man as well. Thibaut Monet to the center of the slot.
Excellent opportunity for Switzerland.
Roman Vick again lining with Andres Samboul and Thibaut Monet.
Watch again what kind of space Vick had right in the slot area in front of Jimmy Howard. He's between the pipes for the US again. His home team in the NHL is the Detroit Red Wings.
Matthias Weber facing off versus Smith. They say that more trust, defensive sentiment, is having his eyes with the second line, namely in the fourth. So again, very good work along the board by the Swiss team. Patrick von Gunten.
There you see good strength from number 48 for Switzerland, Bieber, right in front of the American net.
JT Brown handing the puck to Kyle Okposo. A long pass, a combination, but the shot is deflected. And Max Streit, New York Islanders, and Switzerland captain, now Jeff Petrie, Edmonton Oilers, Damien. Back in the ice, and then he jumps over the boards.
And there we see Bobby Ryan, number 9 for the USA. He got to get a goal in the last game, but they desperately want to get him going. He doesn't figure even in the top 30 scorers in this tournament.
Well, defensive-wise, Switzerland is a big producer of NHL, and tonight they line Lucas Beza, Mark Streit, and Roman Josi. Again, it's Kevin Romy flanked by the always dangerous Damien Brunner. On the face-off area, a couple of exchange. Jeff Petrie, JT Brown, Kevin Romy covering very well. Have a look how close he gets to Justin Abdelkader, leaving no space to the Detroit Red Wing forward. A slap shot from the big circle and a save, therefore an offensive face-off, and veteran Ivo Ruteman again doing his best. Very good and soft pass by Félicien Dubois and a glove catch from underneath. Good work by the goaltender as well.
Ruteman having a look at that last play in which he figured in as the shooter. Of course, Ruteman, he's having a very good tournament. Quick slap shot onto the American net, just wide into their corner. They have it out into the mid-ice area. Oh, just about a steal. Penalty coming up against Switzerland.
Yes. Sure, it is a penalty for holding. It is a holding call. So time to get to the to take a seat for Dennis Holder's time.
The Americans were coming in trying to get a steal right there from the Swiss defense, and Hohenstein more or less had to put the clamps down. Watch how it developed again. Right there.
The two are clearly tangled. The attacker has claimed some first penalty killing duties for Sean Simpson.
And that's not what Sean Simpson wanted.
Team USA, we like the younger man. Okay. So Cam Fowler having a conversation, Kyle Kozo line sitting down, so it's gonna be a 5-on-4. You get the paper, so you get the first 4 lines, but no coach will tell you about the special teams. There's no papers about that.
No, obviously, but this is a great opportunity for the Americans. The Americans have the idea of taking care of business. Get in there, when you have your opportunities, right away get in there, pop in a few goals, then see how things develop. It's a 5-on-4 situation in the States. Face off in the Swiss zone. The Americans get the puck out to the blue line.
And they start a cycling shift, looking for option. Captain start covering the goaltender stick side. Johnson gets back. Pacioretty always dangerous from behind the net, very quick to jump up. The puck was on the blue line, but it was kept inside. Anyway, and again, Max Pacioretty.
Max Pacioretty has been huge for the U.S. so far in this tournament, creating innumerable number of opportunities. Straight gets it, dumps it right down the ice into the American zone, and Switzerland takes advantage of that opportunity to get fresh legs on the ice.
So fresh bodies on the ice for Switzerland. Disappointment for Pacioretty. Going to the bench probably. Camfola. A very good skilled move, Bobby Ryan.
Skilled and fast, working as Bobby Ryan came through, almost was able to work his way through the Swiss defense.
Perfect stuff by Félicien Dubois, getting ahead of Camfola, cutting off his skating lane, picking the puck. Johnson, and there's a call from a big runner. Kyle Okposo rushing from behind. Okposo skating around, good clearing by Thibaut Monet. 15 seconds left in penalty time.
Now that entire situation happened because the Americans did a quick turnaround because they saw the Swiss going to change.
Sure.
They did a quick stretch pass, got in, almost had a wraparounder. Jeff Skinner from Canada and Perry as well did wraparounders. And that time it almost worked, but not quite for the Americans.
Penalty time over, and again I'll have two on the line. How difficult sometimes are changes on the fly, how when we get deep into the tournament. Kyle Okposo, good wrister by Justin Falk, and the puck is well stopped again by Reto Berra.
There we see Bobby Ryan. This is his last rush when he came down and almost hypnotized the Swiss defense right there, working his way along, getting the shot off. But the Americans had excellent movement of the puck along the blue line, very fast as well. And that's what you need to move, to force the other team, in this case the Swiss, to move their box as it is from one side to another. Once you're doing that, you free up some space for your fifth man to get that good scoring opportunity.
There's a penalty
call. The Swiss goalie is going out right now. They're bringing in another attacker. No goal. That will be no goal. No goal because it was a delayed penalty call against the States.
So the only effect of that is to make the penalty come effective. This is a high sticking call. Then we have a close.
Right there, he caught number 5 up in the Blindenbacher. Got caught up in the face.
That's 7, Blindenbacher.
That was how the play ended, but the penalty came right off the face-off area.
Work again for the special teams. Back sent deep. Oh, watch out for that. Roman Josi covering very well. Nashville Predator D-men taking care of the men all along until mid-ice. From the right side, Roman Vik, the OC, giving and receiving Dubois.
And that's what the Swiss have to do. And that's
not
what the Swiss don't have to do, is get it outside of their blue line. I was just going to say they were establishing good pressure there. Just a little miscue. Now they go back into their own zone to regroup with Josi, Roman Josi, number 90, sitting right behind his net.
Communication is very important when it comes down to complete a change on the fly. So he drops the puck there to Max try it. The New York Islanders captain looks for an option to the right side. The front run. Let's try it again. And from the wings, penalty time down to 44 seconds. The pass to the high slot is not completed, and that is a chance for a counter-attack. The shot is off the target.
Very dangerous situation for the Swiss. The Americans threw in a third attacker, trailing the play. Here are the Americans with the puck. Finally, they throw it down into the Swiss zone.
And back again, 17 seconds left. Back along the board. Again, it is Dennis Hollenstein getting there first. Morris Traxler. Good cycling, but to no avail yet because the teams are back at full strength. The opening to Traxler is not completed. The puck is blocked. Alex Goligoski, Jack Johnson. An aerial dump behind Reto Berra's cage. Benji Plus to Lucas Bisa. Benji Plus going to the bench. Matthias Bieber, good shot from outside, looking for a rebound, which is promptly deflected behind the door. Very good pass. And watch out for Craig Smith. Speed. Again, very spot on. Felicien Dubois and the Saint-Weekend side. Reto Berra stopping the puck and not permitting any rebound.
Yes, right there. We see this last action. Excellent speed from the Americans. Stop, turn around. There it opens up the space. Berra, he was called upon to be between the pipes tonight for Switzerland.
So the Swiss centerman gets waved off and replaced. The puck is a win and straight from the face-off circle. A shot by Max Pacioretty is always so dangerous in so many different situations. A great contributor.
Well, the Americans are producing a lot of great players, big, strong, physical, yet fast as well. And a lot of these players, as we said before, they played on the World Juniors a few years ago, winning it in Canada. And from there,
a draw pass, a couple of lovely passes, but the Roman Josi need an adjustment. Doesn't find the proper time. Josi again, Blindenbacher, Thibaut Monet. Good positional play by the Americans. They cover both the posts. Josi and Abul having a touch of the puck. Roman Vick. Vick turning around. Abul chasing the puck. Pacioretty. Will he go for a dump? No. Yes. Paxson dipped in to the far corner against Severin Blindenbacher.
And now the Americans bring some high pressure against the Swiss, but the Swiss handle that quite well, getting the puck out in the mid-ice area. Americans regroup.
Came Fowler, Justin Abdelkader. Good work to maintain possession of the puck, but he's kept to the outside. Work for Reto Berra again. A board battle. Abdelkader defending the puck, pushed from behind. I don't think there is any infringement in that.
No penalty call on that. The Americans go on, keeping the pressure and the puck in, obviously, the Swiss zone, doing the rotation.
So, Dwyer Blindenbacher covering the first post, but the puck is sent back far away. Fowler looking for the diagonal pass to Jack Johnson. Reto Berra sends the puck away. Skate control by Hollenstein. He has a lot of speed, but he's not being permitted to show much of this. Brilliant defense by Lucas Bees and Morris Trassler. The two combine very well to close down the Americans' attack. The shot is a bit off the target. In Goligoski back his back. High slot, and Benji Plus flicking the puck away. Very good defensive move.
In fact, that is a result of the excellent American pressure. Sharp, crisp passes from the Americans. All the players at the right spot at the right time. When you're playing against a team like this, in this case for the Swiss, sometimes you just have to take the puck and flip it out into the mid-ice area to relieve the pressure. Here's a turnover to
Roman Vic. Still in possession of the puck from a bad angle. Now from behind the door, delayed penalty. Not delayed. It is just a penalty call. Anytime you attack like that, you come away with something.
It was the American defender. First he fell. Then once he twisted around, moved his stick out. Here we're going to have a look at it again. How he gives up the puck. Vic comes in. The American defender falls. Comes sweeping around trying to get the puck. Instead he gets the skate right there. Vic goes down, and that's a penalty.
And this is high penalty. Jeff Petrie, Edmonton Oilers, big D man, taking a seat for a while. Ventured saying what he wants from the face-off circle. Of course, you have to win the puck because you might have the best strategy of the world. Then you lose the puck, and your strategies go belly up.
All the strategy depends on if you have the puck. That's right. Very simple.
You both Swiss and Finnish, my friend. It looks like, no? It's a very good habit.
Why not?
Sometimes you find supporters having two countries represented on their faces, and they normally come from personal stories, but we don't have time to talk about that. Kevin Romy going down very low to use his leverage, but the puck is pushed to the corner. Ruteman chasing the puck again. Ruteman making a good control, but Chris Butler picks the puck and sends it to the other side of the building. Félicien Dubois.
Power play for Switzerland, 1:40 left in that power play. Nice work from Brunner.
As usual, as throughout the whole season, back center away, second clearance allowed in the span of about 30 seconds. Again, Félicien Dubois.
I'm sure Brunner has been getting noticed by a lot of scouts that are here at this tournament. Great speed, scoring ability, playmaker as well. Right there, number 96.
Brunner, Ruteman. Ruteman skating around. Josi taking position center ice. 3 men on the blue line for the Swiss team. But there we go for the first stoppage of the penalty time, and 2 clearances allowed.
That's right. Right there, the puck jumped up over the glass. We get a stoppage and play in the American zone. And we're back at it with the Americans winning it. Some bump and grind along the boards.
Thibaut Monet plus 4 players in the same.
In that situation, when you see a team that's penalty killing and they put 3 players on the same side of the ice into that corner, it shows that they have confidence.
Yes, a lot of.
Yeah.
A lot of. The puck comes out and you have boulevards to skate on. So Ambu. Oh, not a very good pass. So Blindenbacher has to skate back. Puck still in Swiss possession. Vic, Roman Vic. Stride. Thibaut Monet. The reverse of the backhanded attempt from the high slot. Mark Stride again. Brilliant deflection by Thibaut Monet. The shot is off the target.
This is exactly what the Swiss wanted. Even if they don't happen to get a goal in this situation, it builds confidence. It shows to all the players that they can play with the Americans and create good opportunities.
Justin Falk. Puck sent deep, but Lucas Pisa makes good control out of that. Good pressure, 2 men brought high by the Swiss team. They have a lot of confidence. Have a look how many red jumpers there. They can rely on a very good back checking to operate like that.
Exactly. And here they are, right? The Swiss are right back behind their net. The Americans coming in, taking it away from them, trying to get something going. But the puck jumps up into the mid-ice area.
Hollenstein, he fires a shot from the left wing. Skate and stick control by Dubois. Very good tournament by the Clothing Flyer D-man Ruteman against skilled veteran Ruteman and Brunner. And Jack Johnson saying, I have enough of that. I'm better just lost the puck to these dangerous players. Brunner again chasing the puck. Cam Atkinson coming away with it. Dubois, good hit along the board. Then Roman Josi defending well on Cam Atkinson. Cam Atkinson tries to wrap around.
If you notice, the Americans all of a sudden have upped the tempo, have upped the speed. They would dearly love to get a goal to take a lead into the dressing room in just over a minute's time.
60 seconds left. The puck is flicked up. Good wrist, very close to the score. The miracle from the goaltender. And another clearance. 46 seconds left in the opening period. Can you call it a very good work by Berra?
Excellent work. He lost his stick as well at the end of that entire action. The Americans were all over them. Let's watch it again.
Good cycling shift.
1,
2,
3. There he has lost his stick already.
Great work. Not standing up, staying down like the floorboard goaltenders do sometimes. Pacioretty getting in touch with the puck, but it was outside. So we got time for probably the last puck drop of the opening period.
There we're having a look at the captain of Switzerland straight. Ambul as well. He's a good centerman. He's going to be taking it for the Swiss.
Berra, Lindenbacher. Passing lane, 2 marks try to...
Look at this work by Pacioretty.
2 men sent up for checking. Very confident attitude. Both the teams are relying on a strong forechecking, taking a high risk strategy, both sides. That makes the game so entertaining. Big centering pass denied. Hamburg. Thibaut Monet keeps the puck in. Kampfola trying to reach mid-ice. 4 seconds left in the opening period. Puck mid-ice again, and the buzzer to send the players to the locker room. Back in about 12 minutes. A few numbers for you, and later on through the period a couple of questions about face-off strategy. So USA 0 goal, 7 shots. Switzerland 0 goal, 6 shots from similar points, very close to the dot, both sides.
That's right. It was fairly even between the two teams. There we see the goalies, Jimmy Howard, and Reto Berra for Switzerland. No change there between the first and second period. But yeah, both teams are fairly even. The Americans maybe getting a few more quality chances with their pressure. I would say right here, Howard and his teammates are going to come out blazing against Switzerland right now. They want to get an early goal. They want to try and decide this game in the first few minutes of the second period. What do you say, Luca?
The time, I agree with you. Max Pacioretty and Damien Brunner going down for the first puck to be dropped in the central dot. Now it's Kevin Romay. It's game. Fast trying that Bruno was the face-off man for Switzerland. Anyway, the first puck is a neat win to the Americans. Rito Berra touching the puck, and sending it away. Brunner, very good defense, but not enough. Is that a score?
Looks like it's a goal.
No, that's a score. Yes, that's a score. And it is very, very strange because so many players there, but not actually. They have a look.
Now it's going to be challenged. But you see, I was just saying that exact same thing, but the other way around.
yeah.
I thought the Americans were going to come down and put super pressure on the Swiss, but it's the other way around. But they're challenging it right now. The referee's going upstairs. Let's see what's going on. If the puck gets in before the net comes off the moorings, it's a good goal. Watch. Well, that's pretty close. We're going to see. We're going to have a couple looks at that to see exactly. Is the puck in? He pulls it in. It looks like a good goal to me. Yeah.
It is a high score. Mark,
yeah,
have a look.
Say yes.
How many white jerseys covering their own eyes in the proper position?
Exactly, yeah.
But not in an effective manner, it looks like.
That's exactly what you say. Which team gets the quick start? Which team is mentally still in the dressing room while they start the periods? We've seen this so many times. It's a goal! 1-0 Switzerland!
So Switzerland gets the 1-0 lead right after the puck has been released by the linesman hands mid-ice. Not even 1 minute into the mid-frame.
Right there, number 32, Ruteman, excuse me.
It is Eber Ruteman, 36 years old, memory serves.
And you see, the Swiss just came out there, they went for it and got it. We've seen that happen so many times in so many games. Right at the beginning of periods, teams go in and pop in a goal. And that's obviously to the delight of their respective coaches.
Oh, Sbiza loses balance and puck in favor of the American team looking for immediate redemption. Hooking call. So how many things happening in this first minute?
Exactly, and this same situation seems to happen. A team scores right afterwards. There's a penalty that gets called.
So game still in the balance, to say the least. Caleb Pozo, Francis Serrei, Lucas Biza feeling cut off by a Pozo. And if he's short to the player, sometimes you tend to do things like that.
Well, I think Lucas Spies essentially overpowered the American in that situation, but it looks more like getting pulled down, the American getting pulled down. But how it is a power play for the Americans. The Americans have the puck right in the Swiss zone, looking to establish presence and get that pressure going and get a few good scoring opportunities.
Justin Falk and Goligoski. It's back to him again, and a sideway shot. Cam Atkinson doesn't find the target. Justin Falk for the one-timer off the target. Have a look who's running there. Roman Vik. He gets denied center ice. Puck is sent back too far.
Berra moves the puck around. His teammate sends it right back down. The Americans right back down into their zone. The Americans so far have had a power play where they don't fool around too much. A lot of teams keep passing the puck around, looking for that perfect opportunity. The Americans, when they get a fairly good opportunity, they go for it. And that's what you have to do, because you have to get 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 shots off on a power play. It's down to 30 seconds in this power play for the US of A.
Damien Brunner chasing the puck and going to the shift. Delaying American action. The puck is left back. Jack Johnson supplying a very good horizontal pass. Pacioretty, and then Félicien Dubois. A puck dislodging hit. Damien Brunner helping out on the defense. 4 seconds left. Teams back at full strength. Another penalty killed, and the score. Just 1 second after.
Bobby Ryan, he pulled that puck down first with his skate, then as it was bouncing, pops it in over Berra's right shoulder. Excellent psychomotor abilities, excellent coordination. That's Bobby Ryan's 4th goal. Watch in front of the net. First the puck goes behind. Watch Bobby Ryan, number 9, working his way in there. First controls it with the skate as it bounces once off the ice. Spots it in. Watch how it comes along.
Great pass.
Off his skate, 1 bounce, in.
I know that this score will go to the papers as a full strength score, but you always have, in reality, always to calculate how much, 5-6 seconds to reach the zone for the penalized player.
Again, if he's going to jump right into the play, or if he goes over to his bench to get the player out to keep that line together. Of course, in these situations, he should just jump right in and try and force a face-off. Then your coach can even up the lines, as they say.
So the count said teams were back at full strength since maybe 1 second, so number-wise it was 5-on-4, and there is another one, this time with Justin Abdelkader.
And this is not a situation that Sean Simpson and his Swiss crew want to get into, with spending a lot of time in the penalty box, because it takes so much energy.
Let's see what
and he's not.
The right wing, the forward has done. Well, I'll leave it to you.
Now hold on, we're going to see exactly what the decision is. Well, I will say that is a mystery to me, why the American is in the box. But
to me as well. Anyway, full respect for the decision. Andreas Ambu has tried turning the head around, turning the eyes properly, and driving the puck up. Vic.
Anyway, we have the Swiss power play. Excellent, again, an excellent opportunity for the Swiss to retake the lead.
Back to the blue line, the first timer, and what a good one indeed by Mark Strike to Beaumonet. Beaumonet can't, yes, he can keep the puck in. And again, just back to Stride. He loads the gun and releases the bullet. The third one-timer of this power play.
The Swiss have heard what we were talking about getting shots off on the net. That's the 3rd, 4th, 5th time in this power play. That's what a power play, a team that's on the power play should be doing, getting the shot around. There's the 3rd time from straight. Excellent opportunities.
Deflection, lovely deflection by Ambu, but he doesn't find the target. Mark Strike checking if the change in the fly is completed. Kevin Romy on the left side, he might be the target for the pass. Brunner voltering around the net, and again time to skate back. Félicien Dubois picking up the puck, dropped back by Rita Berra. Josie Brunner. Back to Josie again. No wrist coming from Dubois. It's a slap shot, and Kevin Romy screening and trying to tap it in. Team's back at full strength. Puck mid-ice. Sent back there again. Jack Johnson. Jimmy Howard touching the puck. And again, trusting Justin Abdelkader back from the penalty box for this attack. Good defense by Matthias Beber. Bieber, pass a bit too long, left to right. Again, it is Bieber having a close and tough contact with Kyle Koso.
And Van Gouten, number 72, I believe, is out there for the Switzerland.
Yes, yes. Van Gouten, so you got 3 men from the 4th line down the ice for Simpson's team. And Lucas Bisa, look again, closing down very well. Stopping there, skating lane, there's a broken stick. Is that tough? It's a defense. Man, no, it's an American. It was an American stick. Puck sent to the corner.
The Swiss team have upped the tempo here in the last few exchanges. Looking very lively here in the second period. And Howard, the American goalie, he realizes that as well, and he says it's time to take a break. And as we were looking at goalies throughout this tournament up to this point, the #1 rated goalie is Petri Vehenin. As we're watching some action here, these last shots coming in from straight.
But what about Slovakian Laco?
Well, again, that's where we come up to this. We see the bouncy puck around. Howard, the American goalie. Vehenin is the #1 rated goalie, but of course, when you're looking at goalkeepers, you always have to look at the amount of minutes played. Vehenin has 187 minutes played. This is Finland. This is as of Monday, of course, okay? Jan Lako from Slovakia has 300 minutes, and he's just behind. And he's rated #2. So that's just an example of how statistics have to be looked at and have to be interpreted in the game of hockey.
So it comes down to show that statistics are very helpful to understand things as long as it is you reading them, right?
Exactly.
All right, now we have it clear. Pacioretty very well checked by Mark Stride. 8 minutes and 33 seconds of ice time for Mark Stride so far.
Pulling a lot of minutes out there after a long season with the New York Islanders as well. Doing very well, not having any type of energy drops whatsoever. Being a great leader as well, since he's the captain of the Swiss team. And Switzerland is taking it to the Americans right now. 12:30 left in the second period, all tied up 1 apiece.
Trussler is in together with Bieber and Van Gouten. That means that Sean Simpson is rebuilding the forward checker line of the preceding game. The puck is flicked up to the plexiglass, no contact with the nettings. Therefore, the game may continue. Roman with brilliant defensive work again in support of Lucas Bisa, but it is still the Americans in possession. Losing the balance when he needed Price's mate to stay in the balance to try and produce maybe a shot from there. And again, it is the Americans' number 25 getting away of the close control by Andreas Sambur. Closing down, putting the glove and the weight over the puck again. Rita better.
And Ambu and Smith had a little exchange of opinions after the whistle there, but Beira, he's been very good so far. He saw the opportunity, jumped on it, got a face-off for his team. Here's that last action. He just stood him up, got the angle down, stood him up, took the puck right off his chest. And we're going to have a face-off, a resume of action to the left of Beira, the Swiss goalie. The puck goes out to the blue line. The D-man does a filtering shot in through all the screen, but goes to the right of Beira again. And they're battling for the puck along the boards, bodies everywhere. There's 4 players in there working it along. You see the example of big, strong players able to drag that puck along the boards, letting their teammates get opportunities.
Very good physical work up in front by the Americans, but the puck is on the other side. So it's again Ruteman. Very good shift by Kevin Romy. He dug out a puck out of a strong gathering another really friendly one. Lindenbacher. Good cycling shift again. Ruteman on the board. Damien Brunner. Brunner plays exchanging position very quickly. Roman Josi doesn't find the way to the puck, which is sent back to neutralize. Matthias Bibers laps the puck deep in. Again, Johnson. Puck control by the Swiss Lindenbacher. And Kevin Romy again. Relentless Kevin Romy. This is a scoring chance, but nothing more than this.
A pretty good scoring chance. Look how he was able to walk in on Howard, the U.S. goalie. See how it develops? Look at that. Had all that space and a screen as well. That's excellent. That is excellent, excellent work by the Swiss team going out there, creating an opportunity. That's what you have to do in hockey. You know, another team isn't ever going to give you anything. You have to get that puck out there, and you have to create opportunities. If Switzerland keeps on doing that throughout the rest of the game, the United States are going to have their hands full.
Matthias Seger chasing the puck, which goes the other way, and very quickly now American action is slowed down a little bit, so they have to restart from central lines. Goligoski to Jeff Petrie, offside.
There's an offside call against the Americans. Of course, we're getting to the point in the tournament where the coaches play ever a bigger part. But as we've said many times, this is a long, grinding tournament about the amount of energy you want your players to put out during not only this entire tournament, but in a game as well. So the Americans could have a game plan where they up the tempo for a number of minutes, and then they lower the tempo for the next couple of minutes, with the idea looking down the line to the next games coming along.
Close and Spisa, third line in for the Swiss team, who can afford a powerful NHLer in the third line. This is testament to the work done by the Central European country. Back along the board. Again, Goligoski. Hollenstein coming quickly up for steal. Zbiza skating around Ritterberg's cage. Close, sees the puck flying to the other side of the building. Icing.
Last, I was looking at number 70 for Switzerland, Hollenstein. He has progressively been getting more and more ice time over the course of the tournament. And we're looking here right now at the face-off percentage won by Stastny. That's not bad, you know.
Now very close. He's the third face-off man of the tournament, the fourth being Kevin Romy. And the two face off to one against each other pretty many times tonight because of the rotation policy of both the coaches all along to Ritterberg.
The Americans tried a long stretch pass. They had split the defense, but the pass was just a little bit too far. It would have been a beautiful play.
Josi covering the high slot. And Ambo in the process of completing a very good steal and making good pressure again. Thibaut Monet, Romanvik stops and goes. Drops the puck to Thibaut Monet again. Félicien Dubois misses control. This is very dangerous when you're the last man. You have to go maybe for a safer option anyway.
Félicien Dubois, yeah, he did give the puck away, but he did an excellent job in recovering and not taking a penalty.
He back checked, very clean and quick. Extremely talented player. Again, Dubois. Dubois, nice pass. Puck flicked over. Up to the Americans now to counter attack. Patrick Dwyer. Jim Slater along the board. This is a chance for the Swiss team to go for a clearing. A 4-man scrum, 5-man scrum along the board. Puck is dug out by the Americans, so a wrister from the blue line and another stoppage and a face-off to the dot at the right side of Rita Vera.
That's right. Switzerland's looking good. The Americans, there's Ryan taking a breather on the bench right now. Let's have a look at some of the action between these two teams. Brunner coming down, throwing the puck in, creating excellent opportunity and creating a goal for Ruteman. They had to go up top and have a look at that, but that goal counted. Americans, and Bobby Ryan.
How skilled this player is. A leg control.
Leg control as well, bringing the puck down, one bounce off the ice, and then knocked it in. And it looks like they've got it all planned out now from this face-off. Let's see what the Americans are able to put together.
American field line discussing what to do after the puck has dropped. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left in the middle period. Another wrister, but the Rita Vera had a clear vision of the shot coming. So Kevin Romy making pressure, Severin Blindenbacher in front of the net. Nothing happened.
Other than good pressure being brought upon Vera and the Swiss net by that line that's out there. Puck flips up in the air, around. That's always a goalie's nightmare when the puck starts bouncing around like a pinball machine. Never knows where it's going to go. You never know where the bounces are or the deflections. It becomes very difficult to defend against a situation like that.
Blood issues for Kreismith, the Nashville Predator forward. Has to take a short break. And again, Cam Atkinson dispossessed of the puck. Hollenstein, lovely pass. The puck flies up to the netting. Therefore, nothing more than an offensive face-off.
Kloos had an excellent position there, number 11. Long stretch pass, he got it. Good hockey sense from Kloos right there, creating his own opportunity. Scott Gordon, head coach for the U.S., looking on.
Another face-off, which is a neat win to the Americans. Puck sent deep in. Rita Vera sends the puck away without any stoppage. Roman Josi pushes the puck forward a bit too far for Patrick von Gunten to reach it. Seger, Dubois.
Dubois dumps it into the opposite corner.
Ambu. And again, Matthias Seger.
Blindenbacher has his shot from the point stopped by the Americans. They turn it back, decide to come out of the ice on the right-hand side. A bit too far. Blindenbacher is able to pick it up, have it over to the other side of the ice. And the Swiss reorganized long stretch pass. Here's another opportunity for Vic.
The wraps around.
Went right through the crease, all the way through the crease.
Look at the skating skills by Mark Stride.
That's the one thing that we've been seeing more and more players attempting the big wraparound from behind the net. That time it didn't work for Vic, but
and very easy. He needs to skate back, but Rita Vera has to skate up. You can't really avoid that when you take such a high risk strategy. You see Max tried not shy to go behind the opponent's cage a couple of times and battle for the puck there. Very effective, but you have to take some risks sometimes. And a perfect back checker like Max tried.
Watch again, he's coming around, it went through. Just wasn't able to get it. When you're in that position right at the end, you have to really hook your stick so the puck travels along the blade. As it comes off the very end of your blade, it hits the hook and then it gets directed into the net.
Yeah, I tell them they don't see your hands so well. You should do that again. Your hands are not that visible. Anyway.
Well, I'm sure everyone understood.
Yeah, I trust everyone. Everyone did, sure, 100%. Here's Bisa helping out. Mid-ice. Damien Brunner gets a heavy hit and loses the puck. Quick release by Bobby Ryan. Okposo trying to keep the puck alive. Lucas Bisa again. It is Kevin Romy helping out the defense. Let's not forget that Goran Brezina is suspended and Nino Niederreiter is injured. And let alone the string of players that Sean Simpson couldn't feature into the team. Good cycling shift for the Americans. 3 minutes and a half left in the middle period. Pacioretty needs to adjust the puck a little bit. That gives time to Lucas Bisa and Kevin Romy again to reposition the quick touch by a Swiss defender, enough to send the puck back to mid-ice. Not time enough to go for a shift. Anyway, some oxygen for a defense, not enough, and that's the score. Deflection, puck straight in the crease, and Cam Fowler just tipped it in.
What happened was the Americans, when they got that puck, did a quick turnaround. They caught the Swiss a bit flat-footed. Therefore, the Americans were able to get into the Swiss zone faster, and Cam Fowler, watch him right here, gives the puck away, follows right in front. He's ahead of the Swiss defender. There's Stastny coming over, and that's why Cam Fowler was ahead of the Swiss defender, because they were able to hit the blue line faster than the Swiss. They caught the Swiss a bit flat-footed in that, and that cost them a goal. There you got it. 2-1 game right now, USA over Switzerland.
For a yard and a half behind the play after a long and hard-working shift. Let's not forget about this. Swiss bottled for a long time inside the zone, so no surprise that Fura couldn't get ahead of the American scorer. Diagonal pass, and a very good one indeed, because there was a man in front of the crease there.
Yeah, the Americans immediately went back, tried the same thing. The theory is, if it worked once, why can't it work twice?
Dubois keeping the puck in, sending it deep all this time. Johnson, good pass. Fast skating, but Nate Thompson, wow, what a defense. Going down to his knees again. Now Felicien Dubois did this great defensive job right now. Matthias Seger, again playing in the forwards tonight, looks like. Yes, it is, because you have Lindenbacher and straight in, so number 31 Seger playing as a forward tonight.
And this entire pressure here came about just because of American hustle. Americans were able to get there down to into the Swiss zone quicker than the Swiss defenders.
Captain.
And there, no penalty call on that situation. And the Americans come out of their zone once again, bring it up to the middle. It's broken up by the Swiss, easily at their blue line.
1 minute, 8 seconds left, and again we have to underline that the captain of the champions NLA champions Zurich Lions Matthias Seger is playing off position. Hamburg can't maintain possession. So from behind the net, Roman Wick waiting very close to the face-off dots. Wow, what a great pass. Bobby Ryan cannot tip it in. 36 seconds all across to Roman Wick. And Lucas Biza fires not that strong. Kevin Romy diving down, stretched down the ice to try to keep the puck in. Great tournament. Same we can say about Brunner, which now chasing the puck. Felicien Dubois. 2 seconds left. And the hooter telling the players and the spectators it's time for the second rest. Back for more in about 12-13 minutes.
After 2 periods, USA leads the game 2-1.
So I'll give you some numbers and you tell us all what to expect strategy-wise. Now, so USA out-hit Switzerland 6-2. Face-off efficiency, USA 60%, Switzerland 40%. USA 2 goals out of 9 shots, Switzerland 1 goal out of 7 shots.
Okay, we see that the goalies are staying in. There's no change there. That's fine. If you're looking at it from a Swiss point of view, I would put together a super line right for the very first minutes. Throw them out there, change up those lines, throw a new look at the Americans, get the Americans off balance in these first few minutes. That's what I would do. I would, put Brunner together with Losi, Ambul, and Straight, and Bieber. That's what I would throw out there. I would just throw a new line, a different look at the Americans. If you can just, get it, oftentimes the other team will go, what? This is a new line, how do we do it? It just gets them off guard for enough time to give you a chance to get that 1 goal. It's a 1-goal game. On the other hand, the American machine, you can see is starting to roll. They're getting into a roll. They've got Ryan getting his goal and all that that's going on. Scott Gordon, the coach for the Americans, can't be anything but happy.
So your super team features Bull on the defense?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Give it a try. That's what you do. You're in a special situation. You need special reactions. You need special reactions to a special situation.
So we got a first stoppage a few seconds after the opening act on the 3rd period, game 53. And we got Yossi waiting on the blue line, Dubois, Arista with off the target, Yossi skating back, the puck is standing, but the Nashville Predators Demon is there to pick it up. Rutterman sends the puck deep. No, he can't because it's being blocked. There's Stasny, Atkinson, back in the corner. Stasny again. The 2 players switching position. And all across to the other side. Johnson for a deflection. Stasny can't handle the deflection the way he planned. Cam Fowler again, all across from the unnamed Duck defense man. Brunner chasing. Dubois covering pretty well. Pacioretty.
This is a situation that Switzerland can ill afford, not only from the risk of taking a goal point of view, but a time point of view.
His lap is off the target, so Caleb Kozo regains position. This is
A post.
Post. They hit again. Puck is kept in some way. Draxler. Now probably Sean Simpson thinks that it is time to send down the checker line to put some energy and gain some extra seconds. That's why we find Benjamin Plus lining up with Hollenstein. This is the third line in reality. And Draxler again, Hollenstein. And it's Hollenstein, and the ref blows his whistle, cross-checking.
Well, that's good work from Hollenstein. He went out there and forced the Americans to draw a penalty.
Good strategy. Stay up there. Sooner or later they get tired and do something wrong. Wrong to them, but good for you.
That's how it worked. Watch how it developed again.
Oh yeah. And then Goligoski comes across, but the damage is done. It is a 2 minutes with a man advantage for the chasing team.
That's right. Good opportunity for the Swiss. This is a good opportunity for Scott Gordon to sharpen his penalty killing unit.
Back, slammed around the ice, and back Vic. Push from behind. Puck is in contention. Vic digs the puck out some way. Straight. Good pass on Bull. And Bull looks for gaps into the body. A shooting lane, Arista, a rebound. Where's the puck? It is stationary under control.
Monet, number 25 for Switzerland, was in there looking for a rebound. Anything possible to, let's see how it develops. Comes in, blocked right in front of Howard. Howard does his best to try and get to it. It's between the skates of Butler. And it ends up between the pads of Howard and his D-men cover up for him.
Cameron Me will be waved off the face-off circle for throwing his body into the wide center man. So not a bad face-off man, Brunner as well. Very good win by Daniel Brunner. Dubois on the blue line. Romy behind the net. And there's Dubois and Romy going straight to the net.
Dubois has been having a very good game tonight. He's always been figuring more and more into it, into the game. There's the good one-timer from the number 13. Bit of a rebound coming off of Howard. Of course, the Swiss, that's what they're doing. They're sending the shots in, looking for those rebounds. Brunner, number 96 for Switzerland, has to get more involved in the play. The Americans doing a very good job on this penalty killing, forcing the Swiss deep down into their zone, chipping a few seconds off from the power play.
Kevin Romy trying to hand the puck to Daniel Brunner, can't find it. Christian Dubois has been passing through some physical issues throughout the past years. He lost weight, then regained, and he looks in brilliant shape. Johnson touching the puck, but there we go for another face-off. So you see that Cameron Romy waved off the face-off dot, but Brunner doing his decent job on the face-off area as well.
Yes, he was a multi-talented player.
Thibaut Monet chasing, and Dre Crab trying to get rid of him. Physical battle, the two players get tangled, the interference call. Seven Blindenbacher, Zurich Lions defenseman may go and take an unwanted rest for 120 seconds for holding.
We'll see.
Yeah, we see the hug.
Crab trying to get around from him. Lindenbacher grabbing him.
Well, that's okay. I don't want to translate the late reading. It's not something that we want to do now. Sean Simpson
Studying the situation, thinking ahead what he wants to do in this period for the various types of situations. The Americans have their power play. Oh, it's 4-on-4, excuse me, for now for the next 8 seconds.
6 seconds now. Vic finds Johnson in front, so the shot is blocked all the way across the prize mate, back there. From the hash mark, 1 minute 22 seconds power play, 5-on-4. Puck is turned out by Ricky and sent back away by Howard in order to save pressure seconds come out. Long pass over cross, good defensive work by Félicien Dubois. Again, very spot on the floating flyers demon. And there we go, it was coming. Man in front of the slot, good cycling shift. USA 3, Switzerland 1.
Right there you see the situation, the difference between the two power plays. Switzerland had difficulty getting into the American zone and establishing presence and moving the puck around. Paul Stastny gets that third goal. Watch in front of the Swiss net. There it is. Here it comes from Ryan, going around once, twice. Able to get it over Beira into the net. Watch to the right of Beira. And it's in for the third American goal, 3-1. And of course, Scott Gordon, the head coach of the American team, can't be happier because Ryan is starting to figure more and more into the scoring, between scoring his own goal and getting assists. That's exactly what Scott Gordon wanted, exactly at the point of the tournament. Things seem to be going the Americans' way.
Check your line in for the Switzerland, and again Matthias Seger used as for checking forward. Will tie in, have a look to the spirited Zurich Lions captain, normally trying his stride as a defensive man. So Switzerland finds himself 2-3 goals short.
Goal, USA!
The two scores separated by a few seconds. Team USA knew that. Yeah, we saw that before. Alex Goligoski, the Dallas Star offensive defenseman, former Pittsburgh Penguin. Again, comes
around out to the point. He tees it up and it's in. Watch to the right of your screen.
Von Gulten gets close but can't stop the big D-man rushing up and loading his slap shot for a quick release. Kevin Romee chasing the puck.
And as quick as that, it's now a 4-1 game in favor of the USA. The Swiss have to regroup, take the time that's left in this third period and try and chip away at the American lead.
There we go, Brunner is the K-man when it comes down to situations like that. Reutemann and Romee battling so hard. This is probably the most effective line. Reutemann, Romee and Brunner, first line, not surprisingly. Better catching the puck. Switzerland looking for an early score. If they have any hope to get back in the game, Humble, it was an offside call. Sean Simpson gave an absolute priority to the power play work. Switzerland historically suffered scoring with a one-man advantage. It's a problem that's been a constant factor. And then we have Andreas Bull sitting down. It's been a constant throughout the years. It was said to be due to Ralph Kruger's defensive approach to the game, but it carried on after Sean Simpson took the helm. After 13 years with Ralph Kruger, by the way, father of German defenseman Justin Kruger. So the couple of friendly games versus Canada being absolutely addressed to fix this thing, and the Switzerland team really showed improvement on this side, but tonight they would have needed something more, also from the power play.
That's right. They lost a few key pieces of their hockey machine earlier on in this tournament, especially Moser, as we said before. And the fact that maybe you have Sager out there, number 31, going as in the offensive mode, kind of shows maybe that they don't have quite the depth on the Swiss bench as they would like. Of course, that means that that they're trying to develop players such as Niederreiter. But here's a breakaway. Oh, what a play!
Great Kyle Okposo back checking. Wonderful work by the New York Islanders forward. It's very easy to get an infringement there when you have to save a score, a one-on-one against your goaltender. So he did it quick.
Beautiful timing. Timing it just right to give that little poke check to take away that power play or that breakaway situation for Switzerland. My compliments.
Bobby Ryan, Cam Atkinson in the high slot. And Jack Johnson on the left for deflection, for a long pass. Biza closing down Biza's stride. Defending Jack Johnson. He shot a bit off the target. Not a great wrister.
Americans in no hurry right now, having it around the various players. Pops out over into the mid-ice area. It's
a little bit of overhandling, maybe, just a little bit.
Yeah, a bit of overhandling, but then again, they know they've got a 4-1 lead. They want to get a few seconds off the clock as well.
Lewis Traskler battling with Camp Fowler, Dubois, and Furrer. His left shot a bit off the target. Holstein skating ahead of the D-man. Holstein spinning around. Plus and Furrer again. Benjamin Plus. Back to the blue line. Dubois. Holstein and Camp Fowler. Another board battle.
Won by the Americans with Jackie Johnson pulling the puck out into the mid-ice area.
Yeah, it was a great dexterity by the Nashville Predators D-man. We haven't seen Kyle Palmieri for a while. He skipped a few shifts, but Jimmy Howard doesn't skip his goaltending duty. Good work with the catcher.
Here, watch this. What a beautiful play. Right, the perfect timing. Come in. Okposo.
Max Stride's teammate Kyle Okposo. Chris Butler. Chased by Holstein, by Van Gunten, I'm sorry. This is Holstein. Puck looping up. Max Stride. He has a call from Blindenbacher. He wants the puck because he's so A passing option there. Matthias Seger again out of position, doing his best. Strong commitment by the Zurich captain, Lindenbacher. Ruteman opens all the way to Andreas Ambu. He fires a shot on the left wing. Roman Vic. Vic gets away with the puck. Dangerous pass. Biza adjusting the pass, and Footer. Vic has to break not to go offside. Footer, his wrist deflected again. Bobby Ryan and Biza taking control of the man. Kyle Okposo. Again Okposo.
And the puck works its way out into the mid-ice area. Picked up to the United States D-man. And they bring it right back down.
Ruteman having the defense to get out of jail. And they do. Kevin Romy to Brunner. Leaves the puck behind to the Zurich defender. And again Brunner. Glove control when the puck is lost. It is again Ruteman skating back, combining with Josi.
Now, right now, you're seeing a bit more speed from the Swiss.
And again, Daniel Brunner dispossessed of the puck. Dubois keeping the puck here. It's just temporary. There we go. Bad angle, but a good idea on the flanks. Felicien Dubois making good work on Cam Atkinson. Close. Good spot to Hollenstein. No score, very close. 7 minutes, 19 seconds left in the game.
Now, in the last few minutes of the game, what we saw coming from the Swiss, especially Marian Brunner, that was the skating that we were expecting from him for the entire game. In the other games, we've seen him working like that, working the puck around, creating those opportunities. Here we're going to have a look at some of the action between what we saw right now. Brunner, goal, as we saw before. This is good.
Pacioretty, Ryan showing his football skills. Cam Fowler. A soft touch, just an instant touch, enough to get one more point on the scoreboard. And Stasny.
And Olegowski.
Puck is a clean win. The defensive team. Defending team, sorry, Joe Crab. Taking around, sending the puck deep to Bobby Ryan. Bobby Ryan wait for the defenseman to come his way. Then touches the puck. Vic. His pass is blocked. Blindenbacher trying to fix up. Chris Butler. Very good. The Joy Crab settling down the puck. Kevin Romy. Powerful wrister, which is off the target. Footer. Another wrister by Footer. Jimmy Howard has no big issues with shots like that.
And it's a delay penalty call, and
yes. Brunner.
No,
Yeah. He tried a piece of his magic. Trying to skate back. And Patrick von Gunten recovering 4 red jerseys, protecting the eyes. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. It takes Reuterbera to stop the play.
Now we're gonna have a look a bit more at Bobby Ryan. Some of his work here tonight. Excellent goal. Off the post. Came up with a good assist as well. Stastny. And of course, the American machine gets going now. They're rolling very well, looking very good. You know, there's only like a couple other teams that you would think in the tournament that that can roll with them once they get going. It took a bit of time in the game tonight, but this third period so far, they seem to be frustrating, obviously, the Swiss.
Von Gunten checked by Brown. Brown now sending the puck far away, all the way down.
And it's icing call.
It's an icing call, so Justin Abdelkader.
Of course, as time goes on here, as we look at Max Pacioretty, he's been having a very good tournament so far. The Swiss have to decide if they're going to pull their goalie.
They will do that for sure, because it is ice cold, but Morris Traskler, a defensive sentiment, doing the offensive job to get the score closer.
That changes everything.
Everything is changing now.
Bit over Morris Traskler.
Yeah, more or less, yes. Very good win from the face-off area. Then he drives straight to the net. So he took care of the start and the finishing of this action.
Watch the right of your screen. There he is, right there. Johnny on the spot, as they call him. There's the second goal for Switzerland. Lots of time left in the game. Just over 5 minutes.
So a very good face-off man. Morris Traskler, number 43 for Switzerland. His percentage 59. Oh, and that's another score. Not even time to register. One goal. There we go. The other one.
13 seconds it took for the Americans to respond.
Jeff Petrie. So close, the 2 scores. 2 goals, 2 assists.
Watch here as it comes across. Give and go. Comes back in.
Yeah, good assist, good work, good everything. And again,
there's the big American line out there. Stastny, Petrie, Ryan, Pacioretty. That's the big American line that's been doing the damage against the Swiss here tonight.
Petrie, Pacioretty all along. 5 minutes left on the clock. Hilterman. Puck sent deep in. And again, the linesman will have to release a puck on the dot. So 4-2, 4-2 would have opened up the thing, but now 5-2 makes the story different again. 5 minutes.
That's right.
To the end.
How fast things change in hockey.
You're just saying that 4-2, sure, Sean Simpson would have tried something very, very adventurous and daring, but 5-2, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he would try that anyway. But let's face it, the thing is completely different now. Biza not finding the way to get the puck away from the corner. Now he's got the chance. And there we see Matthias Seger finally back at his natural defensive position. Patrick Van Gunten have the puck circulating. Joy Crab. Slater. Justin Falk. Looking for a long pass, which is deflected. Roman Josi. Battling along the board with Ty Smith. Not much ice for number 61 Kyle from Meter tonight.
And the puck jumps over the glass into the crowd. A third period, 3:25 left, 5-2 USA over Switzerland.
So Felicien Dubois lining down with Roman Josi.
And there's Ryan out there. He has his big breakout game here tonight, making Scott Gordon, the head coach, very happy for the US side.
Cam Fowler, Bobby Ryan chasing the puck. Severin Blindenbacher make sure he doesn't. Roman Beek having a tete-a-tete with Jack Johnson. Getting the puck back there again. 3 minutes left on the clock. Okposo, Cam Fowler. Puck flying up in the air. Again, Kyle Okposo. Back to the blue line again for Cam Fowler. Good quick drop pass by the Anaheim Ducks. D-men Max Streit, Thibaut Monet.
Andrew coming down deep into the American zone, still trying to get something going for his side.
Brown, JT Brown's Beezer closing in, Fura checking them in and holding. The puck is kicked away. Patrick Dwyer battling hard to keep the puck alive in the offensive zone. Just in a decade. Good footwork by the Detroit Red Wing forward. He's getting back, looking for gaps between the bodies. Chris Butler. Puck circulating, no one picks it up. Ruteman has a control of the puck. Biza. Biza pucks some deep in. Not very deep indeed. Butler. Butler and JT Brown.
Americans still coming back. They still want more. They're not satisfied with the situation as is. Just wide that shot, keeping the pressure on the Swiss.
Pacioretty opens wide to Goligoski. Jeff Petrie. 70 seconds left.
Penalty against Max Pacioretty.
And again,
for interference against Vera, the Swiss goalie.
Interference on the goaltender. So the game will finish 5-on-4 if nothing else happens in the meantime. Jack Johnson, a scoring machine on the defense, of course. He's taking a bit of a rest.
Here we see the Swiss power play. Brunner from the point goes off a shin pad.
Very good also from the blue line. Ruteman.
Josi.
Brunner chasing the puck, not able to maintain it.
Americans able to break up the Swiss power play, send them back into their zone. Josi now.
Over to Brunner.
Marian Brunner.
Roman Vick turning around. The puck is intercepted and sent away. 10 seconds left in the clock. Nothing more to do. Thibaut Monet, couple of exchanges. And this is the hooter ending the game. USA 5, Switzerland 2. I would say a very good game for the first 40 minutes.
Well, even more. It was just the breakdown. The Swiss had a bit of a letdown right at the beginning of the third period, where they popped in a few goals, and that was enough to create the cushion for the Americans.
Now is the hooter after the puck's been dropped. Literally according to the rules.
Big game for that, for the big Ryan Pacioretty line out there. Americans quite happy. That pops them up into second place.
MVP time, my friend.
MVP. Let's see. MVP for Switzerland. I am going to say Bieber, and for